This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
I personally think, and you know me, I was not at any point about retiring the last time around because I said there's a counter to this. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to do this. And he did it all last year and it proved it. But he went back to hero ball TUA, and yeah, that doesn't fly. I got mad at him a couple of years ago when he would continue to hold on to the ball. Remember that? And I would get pissed and I would say, look, this kid doesn't understand that he's not going to last in this league if he doesn't learn how to get rid of the ball and slide and all those kind of things. And yesterday he had the obvious moment to slide. He had the first down already. He didn't need the extra 3-4 yards that he went after and then put his shoulder into, DeMar Hamlin out of all people. And so, listen, we're all going to have opinions about this. And by the way, please, you got over 300 people watching. Please smash the hell out of the like button. It's very important, okay? He has to retire. And what happened last night proved that he has not recovered. And he'll never recover because the contact that he had wasn't anything extraordinary. It wasn't a brutal hit. None of that, dude. None of that. It was a decent football hit that anyone should get up and just walk away from. And the fact that he was concussed and hand, crumbling and everything, what's it called? Curving up or curling up. That's all you need to know, that he cannot play this game ever again. He should not play this game ever again. It is irresponsible. Look, the first go around, Tua was never going to retire. But, his family brought it up because, they can bring it up and it's got to be a conversation. And it was dismissed. And he was, hey, this is my life. This is my decision. This is my passion. This is what I need to do. So you could selfishly make that decision. And I think, your family members and your friends can respect it, right? But when it happens the next time around, then it's no longer your decision anymore. Now you're being selfish because now there's an obvious problem. Before, it was an issue that, okay, no, we can overcome. This is no longer an issue that Tua Tagovailoa can overcome. Why? There's collisions in football, dude. It's a collision sport. He just got concussed on a run-of-the-mill collision in the NFL. Would you call that a run-of-the-mill collision in the NFL? Yeah, if that.
Yeah, because it almost like DeMar was just in the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't like DeMar had lowered or anything.
Right.
It hit DeMar more in the shoulder area. It wasn't even like he ducked his shoulder down and then hit like that. It was Tua initiated, took the brunt of the blow, and this is where we are.
And he went up on, can you imagine if he went up against Ed Oliver and put his body into Ed Oliver? Anybody see, what is it? Romeo's Dead or something like that? Romeo Dying, the one of Jet Li with Aaliyah. And, right. So at the end, when he fights the guy that killed his brother and he kicks him in the head and they show the image of the spine and everything crumbling, that would have been Tua if he would have run into Ed Oliver. Romeo must die. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. So at the end of that one, if you remember that famous fight, it's famous, walks out of that fire wraps up the burned hands, right? And that would have been Tua if he would have run into Ed Oliver. So this is what we've learned. I'm not a doctor, dude. I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn. But this guy here can tell by what I saw last night, Tua Tagovailoa is no longer built for football at all. He cannot handle a simple collision in the NFL with Damar Hamlin, a small defensive back. God forbid that would have been a lineman. God forbid one of those people put a shoulder into him at the same time. That was scary. And this is now a decision he has to make for his family. Forget football. I'm just being brutally honest here. Okay? It is clear as this beautiful blue sky we have right now over Craig Zinn's Acura Pembroke Pines, where you can come on out and check out all the vehicles, baby. But it is clear as daylight. He has to retire. He has zero business returning to the football field. If he returns to the football field, it is incredibly selfish. It's insulting to his wife and his child and the rest of his family. That's as far as I'll go. Because at this point, he can no longer be selfish. Sorry. You're going to walk away with enough cash, dude. At this point now, you now have to do it for your lovely wife and lovely child. Because you need to be a competent father and husband. And you cannot continue to take this kind of punishment because you don't want to be a burden. You need to be a pillar of stability for them, not a burden. And so this will lead you to being a burden for your family. And you've made your money, bro. You're going to get enough of this chunk to walk away one way or another. It is time to walk away. It's time to walk away. And I know if you're the Dolphins, you can't really push him out. You got to almost, hope for the retirement. It has to come from him and legally and all that. So you could try to save as much money as possible. So it's all up to him. But anybody that's a father and a husband like I am, like a lot of you are, you can make that first go around selfish. And he did it. And he was entitled to be selfish. I think the next time now when he meets with his family, he's no longer entitled to be selfish. Now the wife is entitled to be selfish. Give you an example. You want an example? Gisele Bündchen. Tom Brady. No, I'm not retiring. I'm going to go to Tampa Bay. Okay, honey. I stand by you. I totally understand. This guy's been a dick. He really hasn't given you what you needed. You need to go prove yourself one more time. Let's go down there. Let's go do it. And you win the championship. And you complete the contract the second year because that's what you committed to, and she understands that. And then you pull the selfish card. But you were entitled with the first selfish card. That's my point. Tom Brady, you were entitled to pull the selfish card. And the woman was a freaking stud and backed you up. But the second time you picked the selfish card, she said, no. Relationships are two-way. Anybody been in a relationship? Anybody married? It's got to go both ways, dude. It's got to go both ways. And this one here, he no longer can be selfish. His mom has to get in his face now. His wife will get in his, I guarantee you, the wife will get in his face. She doesn't look like the gold digger type. She looks like the real woman type. And the real woman at this moment is going to tell you, honey, this has got it. It's over. I can't see that anymore. I can't watch you play every Sunday, and that's all I think about every time you take a snap. And the next time your fingers are going to curl up, and your kid is getting older, and he's going to watch that. It's a lot of shit, bro. It gets deep. It gets deep. And it's obvious that his body cannot cash the checks he wants to write, to steal the line from Top Gun. And I don't have to be a doctor for this, dude. He ran into Damar Hamlin and got concussed. That's ridiculous. You and I are supposed to run into Damar Hamlin and like, all right, and we get up and maybe we're a little shaken, but not even concussed. Because we ran into it. How many of us fall and hit a wall or something, whatever, and we don't get hurt? That's basically what he did. That wasn't any kind of a collision that was scary in any way, shape, or form. And you got concussed ugly from that shit? I love the kid. I believe in him as a passer. I know he can be a great passer in this league. I've seen it. I watch it. I know he's got the accuracy, but he doesn't have the durability. And that's always been his issue. And last night, it proved to be exactly what is going to bring his career down. So you'll never get to find out how good of a quarterback he'll be because he cannot be durable. So he must retire. And I'll say it. And I'm the guy that last time said, no, he doesn't need to retire. He needs to take care of himself. If he does this, then he can do it. But he has proven to us that he can't. And since he can, he now took the final blow. And everybody in that organization has to know now it's over. And you need to draft a quarterback at the end in the draft. And let's turn the page here. Let's talk about what you've got to do now if you're the Miami Dolphins. So do you go out and trade for some kind of slappy, some old fart that might get you to 500, that might get you 6 to 7 wins? That what? You get by some miracle? You get to 9 and sneak in with a wild card spot or something? For what? To get embarrassed? I've seen this story before. Well, what are we doing here? Can you pick up a quarterback right now that's going to take you to a Super Bowl? No. Tom Brady's not coming out of retirement for this shit. So don't. I know you idiots are already starting with the Tom Brady stuff. That's not happening. Okay.
This is the Big O Show.